Hey everyone, it's Laura from the blog ouroilyhouse.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make 3 different hair masks for damaged, dry, and frizzy hair. A hair mask is basically a deep conditioning treatment and something that you can do to your hair once a week or maybe once every other week. And if you have really damaged hair or dry hair, it might be something that you need to do even a couple of times a week. And so the cool thing about making your own hair mask is that all of the ingredients that I have here to make 3 different ones, you probably have sitting in your pantry or your refrigerator, because we have some honey and coconut oil and eggs and avocado and coconut milk and olive oil. It seems weird, I know, but these things are all very moisturizing for your hair. And when you put them in your hair and let them sit, it can really be good for restoring damaged hair. So I'm gonna get right into this. This is 3 different ones, and the reason why I'm doing 3 different ones is so that in case you don't have a certain ingredient, you might be able to try a different one. And then also, some of them are better for either dry hair or oily hair, or if you have really damaged hair. And so I'm gonna kind of talk about each one as I go. So the first one here, I just have in this bowl here a 1/2 cup of coconut milk. Now, of course, all of these recipes are going to be for one-time use. So depending on the thickness of your hair or the length of your hair will really depend on how much ingredients you want to use. None of these have to be extremely precise. And so if you know that you have really short, thin hair, you might only want to start with a 1/4 cup of coconut milk. And if you are someone with really, really long, thick hair, you might know that you just need a cup of coconut milk. For me, I'm doing a 1/2 cup of coconut milk, and then I have here 1 teaspoon of olive oil, and I have some lavender essential oil. And I'm gonna do about 10 drops of that. So I love the way that lavender smells, and it's also really good for your hair. Now, it's best to use a full fat coconut milk, and you want it to be canned milk is best, because a lot of times the refrigerated coconut milk has added in sugars and different things that make it really liquidy. And so the canned coconut milk is a lot thicker, and it's gonna make it more of a cream and easier to put into your hair. So I'm just gonna stir this up, and then this one is ready to go. So that is your coconut-based hair mask. Now, the next one I'm gonna show you is a honey and coconut oil based. And again, I'm gonna use lavender in this one. You can switch up your oil if you prefer. I like lavender, rosemary, and this one I'm gonna use lemon, which I'll tell you why in just a minute. Peppermint, those are all great oils for your hair. So depending on what scent you prefer, can determine what you wanna do. So for this one, we're gonna do equal parts honey and coconut oil. So I'm gonna stick with about the 1/2 cup things. I feel like that's the right amount for my hair. So I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup of honey and a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. And I'm just going to put these in the bowl, and then I will add in my 10 drops of lavender essential oil again. And then for this one, I'm just going to take a fork and mash that together. So this does not have to be melted coconut oil. It can be the solid form, and just mash it together. And this is really gonna make a thick, creamy hair mask. And this one is really good for dry, frizzy, really damaged hair, because honey and coconut oil are full of properties that are really, really good for moisturizing, and it's really good for your scalp too. So if you suffer from dandruff, this might be a good idea to try. Okay, so the next one is gonna be one that you wanna try if you have oily or greasy hair. You might have seen, if you've ever looked up hair mask, you probably have seen eggs being in a hair mask. It might seem weird to you, but it's kind of like all of these. If you're foreign to this idea, all of this probably seems weird. I have found that using just the egg white is really good if you have oily or greasy hair. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and separate the yolk from the white and just use the white in there. Now, if you don't have oily or greasy hair, you can go ahead and use the yolk as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna set that aside. And then I'm gonna add in just half of a ripe avocado. Okay. So a ripe avocado means that it's very, very soft to make it easier to mash. And then I'm gonna add in just a teaspoon of just regular mayonnaise. And then I'm going to use lemon essential oil in this one because lemon is a natural degreaser and it can really help with oily and greasy hair. So I'm gonna do the 10 drops of the lemon. And again, if you know you have thicker hair, my hair is, it's not really thin, but it's definitely not thick. So if you know that you need more than this, then just go ahead and use a whole avocado. You can do 2 eggs if you think that you need to. And then we are going to go ahead and mash this one up too. This is going to be another thick one like the oil and honey one. And if you prefer, you can stick this one in the blender and blend it up until it's creamy. And if there isn't enough liquid, you can even add in just a little bit of water. Okay, so now that you've learned how to make a hair mask, let's talk about applying a hair mask. It's best to apply it to damp hair. You're gonna wanna take a pretty big glob of it, start at the roots and work your way down. And you wanna try to do it piece by piece so you're making sure that you're getting every strand of hair. And you're gonna start at the roots and work down to the tips and make sure that everything is covered. And then you can take your fingers and comb them through your hair. And now it's time to just let the hair mask sit and let it do its job. You can put on a shower cap to protect it from, you know, having any of this stuff drip off of you, or you can put a towel on like over your hair. You can let these sit anywhere from 20 minutes to overnight. I do about 30 minutes to an hour, but if you have more damaged hair, you might want to leave it in longer. So it really just depends on your hair type of how long you want to leave it in, but leave it in for at least 15 minutes. And then you can just wash it and condition it like normal. Then you'll be able to tell just how soft it feels, and it can help to repair that damaged hair. So that's all I got, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys decide to make some of these hair masks, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know which one you guys tried. And if you are new to my channel, be sure to check out some of my free ebooks that I have down there. I also have a playlist with all of my different hair care recipes. I've made shampoo, conditioner, hair serums, dried shampoo, leave-in conditioner, all kinds of things. And so you can find a link for that down in the description below. And if you are new to my channel, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. I get out new videos every single week on essential oil education, natural remedies, and healthy recipes. Thank you so much for stopping by our Oily House.